beautiful people. Thank you so much for being with me in this grand transition that is happening right now. The eclipse that is moving through the earth, that is moving through the underground, that is moving through the oceans and its population. Also, you know, on the surface with the animal kingdoms living in the waters and on land, and that will have huge impact in the incoming 6 months and beyond that. So reason why this video is going to be very important for you to understand what it will bring to is huge changes, not only shifts. I'm practically tired of talking about shifts in the brain. We need to bring the change in the brain, the resurrection in our own divinity, claiming divinity, turning the access from free will into divine will. It takes truly to move with whatever the divine forces and sources are bringing through in order to bring back the origin of the innocence of the earth. And many masters, angelic kingdoms, teams of light, that is the modern day way of reconnecting with them, are walking the innocence of the planet already for multiple years. And it means that they actually reside on the light realm of earth, and therefore we start to term what some say maybe new earth. I term it light earth. And so also they return into peace, harmony, balance. There is thus a grand reason why so many things are changing, why economics are collapsing, why systems are creating major holes in their degrees of falseness and manipulation, which is a great thing. So I've been talking about recreating the self so much. The return into divinity is actually the return into living light, in which you reclaim the self back, and where you have everything you ever need before. Yet I'm also so grateful to see, it was a big surprise this month, like so many people are coming onto my platform, subscribing to my newsletter, addressing me individually. I want to mention here, some told me they couldn't find my email. My email is all over my website, but essentially always in the description box, right under the video. You click on it and you see it right on the bottom all of the time. So if you want to talk to me or have any questions, you can shoot up there as much as you want. We will always answer you and give you a correct platform of moving on, upgrading, and creating actually a community of living light that prepares the entire planet. And therefore, when you don't repair yourself from anything that happened to you, I mean, I'm the first to say I've been living on the streets. I never had the money. I've suffered all the drama, the trauma, anything you can imagine. But I took responsibility to cut the old streams out once and forever. My parents treated me like a Cinderella. I mean, I left home at the age of 13. So, I mean, follow the example. And, we can all do it. So it's no good to still live in the atrocities where you have survival issues, struggling with money, struggling with things. It's all, in a compact system that is like a balloon that needs to splash, away. That is in the old system, and that system may still be in your energy field. That is as simple as I can explain it right now. Because if it was not in your energy field, you would attract huge things that are in alignment with who you are, with who you want to become. with your original essence, your light vibration. Light vibration is intelligence, moving on into the higher wisdom with the knowledge. And these three things need to move with your intuition, your imagination, and your ascension vibration. So moving on and getting to know your energy field, what your energy means, what do you do to uplift and upgrade it on an everyday scale with what is in your divine aligned consciousness. If your divine consciousness or your consciousness is not aligned to divine will and still streaming on free will, there is nothing that will support you, there is nothing that will help you. And so I talked a lot as well here. I will explain this, the eclipse coming on, and from which you can benefit a lot in let's say the domains of understanding. If you clear your energy field from all the old atrocities and you take that responsibility and you do what it takes to at least move out of the chakra system. The chakra system is dumping you, is moving you all the way, or like sucking you back in the old matrix and system. And beyond that are the crystalline grids, the light realms, landing on the earth with huge spaceships that are actually light codes, sacred mathematical alignments that happen like an automatic when the brain and the body lives in the new tree of life, the new light body, equaling out all universes, all planetary systems, all galaxies, and so forth, because they all went through these changes together with us. And as we all part of the big solar system, and the great central sun put its repair back in during the past 20 to 30 years, and that's all completed, so we can at this particular time align back to the great centralizer that brings all that new stuff together, because the incoming 6 months from now on will not accept any low vibration anymore. So here, as I stand here, I feel the vortexes moving up and down through my body, opening up, giving me information, and that is where you need to be at your particular pace, at your particular peace and harmonious home stream, because it matters not only to you, to your children, to your grandchildren, to your family on the earth, connecting with new families, and these are building a community, and from there on we crack through everything old, we repair, we purify the energy fields, we purify anything that is in anatomy, because if you are in divine will and you no longer live in the chakra system, but the opposite, so you merge all chakras into a pillar of light that comes together to the heart. The high heart opens up the capstone, the all-seeing eye, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh eye, and up and up and up. And that is where your life becomes interesting, because you upgrade all of the time and you no longer work too much with survival, with issues, with diseases. I mean, I cannot even talk about it anymore because I'm not there anymore. And talking about it means I allow these energies back in. So you understand that whatever thought you put out, is it about the purifying system or the dance system? It's important, because intelligence comes from thought forms. And when you apply, you bring the application, like an app on your iPhone, in your brain, and you move in there where you need to be, then you are in your assignment, you are in your passion, you know what to do. Because we all have particular, so beautiful, unique talents, gifts, and expansion upon that that we need to plant on the planet, and that is the reason why we're all here together. So I was happy to witness some people connecting directly to me and saying like, yeah, I want to clear the oceans and things, and I get into the ocean. That is so great. I mean, so wonderful. But then again, where are you on the planet? Let me know where you are on the planet. I'm very interested because I started traveling. I did a few travels past months. I started fusing with communities, educating communities, how to do it, how to move onto a better platform, planting crystalline grids all over the globe, and sub-grids in order to realign. Because if you wanna, for example, do the work in purifying the oceans, and first of all, you need to know what to put into the ocean. Secondly, you need to know how to work with all 12 creational ways, all 12 universes, and how to plant all the 10 higher ways with all the languages of light back in the ocean. And then here, what comes to your divine alignment to do whatever needs to be done with your team of light. So you get instruction upon instruction upon instruction, and that is, there's people that don't even know they are in divine alignment, and some people, they gave their power completely away to the dense forces because they find it too difficult to rise in vibration to do the work it takes. So the simple steps are always keeping up your daily fitness, keeping up your daily nutrition into the highest level possible. And that means when you work in a light body, you polish every day, and you will become very refined in nutrition actually, because you start to reject a lot of the food and the food industries that can no longer match the body due to synthetics. So moving from free will and divine will, you will start to remove anything synthetic feeding, and that includes jobs, that includes becoming the power of the word. Like the power of the word that has been lost due to the density in the matrix and the chakra system essentially means that whatever you say manifests immediately. And so that's where I'm at, and it's bloody fantastic. I've been attracting so many beautiful things. So you start to really, put in the smaller things, like things you don't really need but you want, and then you can open up to the greater platform, the greater plan all over the planet, because it's unavoidable. And that is the reason why there will be a split shift with the incoming eclipse between those moving all the time into divine will and continuing on the planet for many, many, many hundreds of years. So the death penalty is done and over, the reincarnation is done and over with. We can move from the purification process into fusion with the elements that make up the body, with the elementals that talk to us and tell us which elements to carry and to become or to integrate, such as integrating ways of creation. And so the energy is so potent, yeah, I hope you are there. So even small alignment just into a pillar of light will get you a long way, out of that old stuff and attracting better people into your life, attracting jobs you like, creating new jobs even, and aligning to what needs to be done. So also here, because the earth plane is just a massive new educational platform. We don't need to do the small steps anymore, removing the old psychology, the old mental barriers and so on. We need to learn how to work with energy, because that's all there is to it. And energy entails knowing how to lift your vibration, matching the right frequency. So it's all about subtracting the old, adding the new, subtracting, adding. And if we can do that on a daily level, I do this in the morning and at night. I meditate, or I align at least 2 hours in the morning, at least 2 hours in the night. But I mean, that is me, right? You could start out with at least half an hour, because you know, in the morning it will set your day, and you keep on refining your embodiment and your consciousness throughout the entire day. In the night, it protects you from the monstrous forces that are still out there, so you can connect to the living light forces and sources, invite them to bring things through to your sleep time. And so of course, working with crystal kingdoms, it's the age of crystallization, purification of everything, and thus Christ consciousness cannot come true unless you are aligned to divine will. So that is a choice. I mean, I have no judgment here, but that's the knowledge over the past 20 years I've been moving through, communicating, doing my thing, working, or walking the globe. And now it has become so easy to let go of old sacred math, old sacred geometry. There's nothing sacred in it, by the way, because the alignments are completely off. And so when the alignments are completely off, that is because the tree of life has changed. Its consciousness has changed, its placements has changed, its languages, and so much more. So step by step, starting to work with the oceans, with the element air, especially because without air, the air keeps you alive. The air needs to move in, many miles outside your lungs, your heart vibration. How else can you connect with everything that is out there? And so you can ascend and bring your beautiful spark back in to alignment with all the elements that communicate with you, spark to spark communication, and that will give you 1000% support, everything that you need all of the time. So here with the eclipse, the red way, that fiery energy, moving all the way up and opening up, that is actually the nucleus within the oceanic waves. That is the Shekinah, the Holy Spirit energy in the black way. The black, omnipotent, carries all colors, yet becomes invisible when trained to it. So you see all the light realms right on the earth. So let's say the universes are descending, the earth is ascending, they meet up. And it's up to us to meet up together. If we don't, we will get catapulted off the planet, because your energy wouldn't match that vibration anymore. That is pure logic. And so the universe is saying we've had plenty of time to educate self, and there's new incoming young people. I find this so wonderful. I love to educate youth and young children in schools. And they will no longer accept our old system in a brain, our old psychology, all mental debris, trauma, all that stuff will not make sense to them. So they will not accept the nonsense, they will accept the innocence. And that's quite, a line of difference. So we can move together quite quickly. So here I would suggest, especially with the Shekinah energy moving from the vortexes, the origin of the earth, that is a seed crystal, but huge in the South Pacific Ocean. It's still there, but it's, very big. And in order to reconnect with it, in order to move through the eclipses that will come through the waters first, then we need to connect that particular light earth crystal to our particular seed crystal, that is the origin in the pillar of light. So there's no way around the pillars of light. And I mean, it will change you so quickly. Your vibration will change, your energy will change. I mean, you will need a few hours of sleep anymore, but of course it needs the upgrades. And then I would suggest here to definitely align with the grid that is termed the elements grid. And the elements grid, of course, they have subgrids. Let's say I call for the elements grid, which comes through a dark purple grid. And that grid has subgrids such as the air component, water, and here as we move with the fire engine through the right way, that is moving right with the eclipse and the high vibration into the great central sun, coming to the yellow and orange vibration, matching your great sun centralizer actually in the heart with the pillar of light. Then you shoot the fire engine that deletes that old system right now, and that is reason why the entire shifts right now are very, you know, they are huge, immense, and they offer equal outcome. So these three energies from the heart vibration, it opens up the next ladder into the emerald light cities, the emerald tablets, that is the green emerald ray. I have a small one here, and the vortexes of water, and this is my emerald tablet, and this is my emerald light city. You see, it's a huge emerald. I like it. I hope you like it. Do you have an emerald? I would love to know if you have an emerald, if you work with it, because they are so potent. It all reconnects to the origin, and of course there is so much you can do. So reconnecting to the air component, clearing the lungs, the heart circulation, clearing the arteries within, so that the blood and water circulation becomes one with the water of the earth. So in this case, if only connecting with the South Pacific, that would be great. We can load or anchor in all oceans, and they all have a different place in the body. So it's a matter to feel them and to feel these vortexes moving through. And if your body hasn't opened up into the pillar of light and you want to do it, you can do it. It's not that you don't feel it, that it is not there. So because it really takes some training to open up all the energy pinpoints in the body, or what you could equate to acupuncture points. They connect with the ley lines of the earth, and within them are also acupuncture points, and the ley lines of the earth and the vortexes coming through the ocean with this eclipse, and you can align to it for many years. All this stuff what I'm explaining here, because it goes on and on and on, and it grows and it grows and it grows until the entire purification comes true. And so aligning to your divine will consciousness, divine will embodiment, your divinity, and starting to remember your passion, starting to remember your skills, your specialties, what you have been trained for in the ethers before coming down to the earth. All that stuff matters massively. And once you understand that is the only way to move into unifying communities. And I'm not fond of the word the collective. I wouldn't be I don't want to be part of the collective, because all energies are collecting in there. It's all a load, so it's rather part of, let's say, the matrix and old system we don't want anymore. We all want to have joy, we want to have balance, we want to have harmony, yet we don't, we don't really remember how that functions, because we have been living in trauma and drama an entire life, and many lifetimes actually. So it's no longer an option, it's imperative to remove that old drama and trauma, and with little alignments day by day, in a month of alignments, you can completely change. And so the ascension this time around is being termed alchemy. The alchemy of consciousness comes through the alignment, knowing how to align to the oceans, to the elements, to natures, to trees, how to resurrect the soil and reconnect with the elements underground, giving back to the animal kingdom what belongs. They're resurrecting them. There is so many animal rescue organization, which I'm happy for, but I mean, we need to come up with that stuff because of idiotic brains that do, a lot of harm to animals. I mean, I'm done with that. I help wherever I can. I do a lot of free stuff, especially for the young ones. So here, if you want to move into alchemy, the immortality, it's all down there in the description. With it, you can give all your own courses. You can do healing with people. You can teach people how to do it. You can heal your family. You can heal your children, whatever they have. If they have a headache, or they have a stomach ache, or an injury even, you know how to heal that in no amount of time. I'm speaking of minutes here. And so the medical industry will move in, will come from the elements, or the meditational time you spend with the natural healing capacities of the body, that will upgrade and upgrade enormously in the incoming 10 years. And that is what we all want. It's not only even the herbal kingdoms and whatever we find in nature, because it has been crushed and fractured so much. So with the repair, the highest level repair, changes in consciousness is definitely coming through the crystalline grids that talk to you, the crystalline grids that do whatever you claim and you allow to come true. Like if you want to move and you were in a very dense place, I know at this time many people want to move, more and more doors are opening up. Like you can command your own home grid over there, ask them what colors to pull through, and ask them to bring the design to, ask them what is the best country, the best city, the best street, and you go into detail and detail and detail. So it's definitely very, very important to learn how to install a crystalline grid in the home first, and then you can expand globally, because the hard work has been done already. We've been placing all these grids and they need refinement. So then you can open up a Black Panther grid, you can open up a Tiger's grid, you can work with omnipotent energies. And that is the reason why education is needed for children, for youth, for any age, the elderly, and so it's a time hospitals should not exist. I really want to be in that time, living full-time in the living light realms. And so you can imagine, as the banking systems have been collapsing, economics will collapse more and more and more. Those in divine alignment will have everything, but truly everything they ever need. And it's a matter of communicating, doing your work, doing your part. When you do your part, you get, the other part being assisted by the Masters, Angelic Kingdoms, and the crystalline grids that is taking action, in which you are directed by them. They will not do the work for you. So we stop the misunderstandings. like they cannot, or we are never allowed to move through a life. It's your own direct connection to your source that matters. And we definitely stop the atrocities of the guru syndrome. Since when would anyone give their power away to the atrocities of a guru? Get your own direct connection, open your channel, get your own information. That is self-mastery, that is self-empowerment, that is alchemy. Command the alchemy. Alchemy is getting pure gold through the meridians, the acupuncture points, and educating yourself day by day. So for those, you can do it in divine alignment with your source, your spirit, and your spark, in alignment from there starting out. Or if interested, I have a massive 3 big courses out there online which you can do, and I will travel worldwide as well with many alignments. So here it's important to know what kind of grid is in your country. Let me know which country you're from. I really want to know, because it's important for me, so I can see, is there a grid installed? Do I need to go there, install a grid, yes or no? And eventually give a seminar over there, like a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, I don't know. It depends on the people living there. And that is why information and getting your own information is so important. It's not like when we see a lot of spiritual movements have been collapsing, will collapse more and more, because they come up with old nonsense from 20, 30, 10, 5 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. The planet is shifting, and with the axis shift, we are shifting. So it also means it's purifying and eliminating what is no longer allowed by the creator, by the divine, whatever your term out there. And then you can open up massive apps like my frontal lobe that sees crystal clear inside out, 360 degrees. Yes, I have an eye there. Yes, I can see what is happening there. Yes, I can see through the walls. And I'm sure you want that too. And I need to polish that every day. I need to make new decisions every day. But so can you. Because I decide what thoughts I allow. I decide what I eliminate every day. No, nobody else can do that for me. But it becomes very interesting when you have 100% support every day through the crystallization of the body into light biology. Light biology contains everything. Light biology versus the density of earth biology, your body on earth, contains the old DNA, the old RNA, the cellular construction. And what we do when we move into light body and we move with that extreme eclipse right now, we simply transition every day from cells or whatever was in the cells and the broken veins between male and female into the fusion of perfect lady gent alignment first within, and after that we can go into partnering up with somebody that equals the same vibration and frequencies as you within, and that is termed an eternal mate connection. So everybody has that. They may be on the planet, and that is also a reason why so many relationships are off. They're all with the wrong partner and not in the same energy field any longer. So we can all change that by choice. I made my choices long ago. I've been living alone. I mean, I think I was 30 for my 30s. So yeah, I've been living alone for 32 years. And I get fitter every day, and I'm happy I did. I did create a son somehow, and I'm glad I did. So that's all left. Everything else, I mean, I have like hundreds of members in my original family. I all cut them out because the density, the negativity, the drama, the trauma, I mean, I cannot talk about it anymore. I have no more interest. And that is the beauty that comes with alignment in light body. You just automatically cut that stuff out. And when cutting that stuff out, the right stuff comes in, the wrong stuff out, the right stuff in. So that is, you know, subtracting and adding. And with light biology, so transitioning the cells into particles of light, these particles open up into high level of information. Your own data station opens up, your own reconnection with everything you have been living for billions of years, and so much more. So your life becomes so much more interesting, and reason why we do not need to go to the long overhaul of healing and stuff, because the great transition is simply moving from the fractures of soul consciousness and the chakra system that have been created by the dense monstrous forces to keep you, you know, low in consciousness and in luck all of your life, or in survival mode. And removing, so anything that was termed soul consciousness, that's being replaced by spiritual consciousness that has no mind. It simply has a brain, and so it locks many glands that stay dormant or that were eliminated by being landed through the birth canal. But we can all reinstall that with teams of light, with Angelic Kingdoms, and that opens up massive knowledge, intelligence, education, any faculty in psychology, the psychology of the universe, the philosophy of the universe. I deem it all so interesting, but we can only do just one thing at a time. So here with the eclipse, really connect with the element water to the oceans. I would suggest the Arkansas crystal here, the white Arkansas with an aquamarine from Afghanistan is very important. And through the water vortexes, connecting that with the fire engine in the heart, and that's essentially the opening of, you know, a platform in which survival does not exist anymore. So command with the red ray, the fiery Mars energies, your alignment into Cassiopeia, that's the level beyond Mars, and the red dragon, that is the red ray, and align that through your heart with the vibration of the great central sun, orange and yellow. So red, orange, yellow, command your survival issues out of the spinal column, command them out of your root. And then ask for the water purification going on, ask for your direct connection to the entire axis shift, because when you align to the axis shift, you feel the vortexes of light moving through like this. Like, so at times I'm going like, I just love it. And that is due to the change from cells, old DNA that holds no divinity, or the old system, the old fractures actually, through which you can claim your divine alignment, divine will alignment back in. And so that becomes easy, because when the heart vibration has opened up, you start to feel the higher senses of joy and harmony, and especially like breathing through the elimination factor. You need to breathe through everything, and you need to be aligned to the higher breathing system, the breath of light, the omni breath, into the beyond. And so there's also like a cosmological breath, an omnipotent breath, and you know, I haven't tapped into that yet, but I do know that my breathing systems, I feel it in my fingers, in my toes, wherever I put my breathing. If I need to heal my shoulder, my neck, anything, then I will direct my breathing system with a consciousness attached to it, with an element, be it water, fire, wood, a metal, whatever I'm directed to, or simply a crystal, and that energy within it, or that consciousness actually matching the elimination, but also the uplifting of consciousness. And that is how it will work in the incoming years. So it's very, very potent here, and you can do that for an entire week, for many months to come, and upgrade from that little alignment. I call this very little, because you can then align, or like right now, I see the divine winging through a bird. It's a very colorful bird that is hosted in the entire tiger eye grid in that is in India, in the region of Bengal, like the Bengal tigers, and comes with the Black Panther vibration that is being opened right there. So the black Shekinah moves from that particular country all the way, opening up through the vortexes in the ocean, and then it can realign with your fire energy and the elimination of anything survival. Please do it now. This is an exclusive opportunity to do so. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm so interested, and thank you so much for subscribing to my newsletter as well. You get a lot of free stuff up there, or if there's anything, please click on that subscription box. There is huge information, alignments. You find my website, you can email me, or just let me know at least where you're from, and put that in the comments so I can know what kind of grids are situated in your country, what needs to be done. And I want to learn as much as you want to learn, because we are on an educational platform that we need to learn and educate each other. And how beautiful can that be? And that is actually the entire unification process that is coming through. So I definitely hope this was informative enough to help you through it, and to make better and good decisions, in order to make that arc transition from now until the end of the year. And that is, whoopa, I don't know what's going to come true, but anyways, I'll hopefully meet you in the next video. I come up with one video a week, so stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, click that bell if you fancy that, and share my channel. I'm also on Instagram, where I comment a lot on the old, and I will not let it pass by. It's part of my my essence. In order to inform people, you need to know that the old does not longer work. So we need and want the quick movement into a happy, fruitful lifestyle, right? That is what you want. That is what I want for you, actually. So stay blessed, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, Charlotte.